Hi everyone. Today I've got something a little different. So this is a Sargent and Greenleaf 4440 series safety deposit box lock. So this is not like a lot of other things that I've picked on this channel, so I'm going to take a couple minutes and explain how this lock is put together and how it functions, because it's pretty interesting. So number one, obviously, no pins here. This is a lever lock. I've picked a lever lock on the channel before, but I think it was a sealed payphone lock, and so you couldn't gut it. This one obviously is guttable, so I've got it all taken apart so you can see what's going on here. So each of these levers are the elements that you are manipulating, both with the key and when you're picking this lock. And you can see that they have a massive true gate right here. And then they've got some serrations. Those are kind of false gates or serrations on these above and below the true gate. Now, how these work in the lock is they go on just like this. They sit here, and then they're going to be in the lock like this. There's going to be on this side, this piece right here. This is called the nose. This fits in this hole right here, and it extends up through this piece right here. And this is where your key gets inserted. And the lock is in the O position, just like this. So your key fits right in here. And when you turn it, it's going to push that lever down to the appropriate height so that this can slide in. So when the lever is at the right spot, like this, you can see this part right here will turn and it will push the whole thing in. And this is a fence right here, and this will fit into this big gate, and the lock will open. Now, this one has two different lever packs, and the reason being that as a safety deposit box lock, it required two different keys to open. So there would be a guard key, like this one, that would go on one side, and every box in the bank probably would be keyed to the same guard key. And then there would be a renter key, like this one right here, that would go on this side. So the guard key by itself, all it does is manipulate the levers on this side and get them all into the right position, but it doesn't actually manipulate the fence, doesn't move the fence in. That's the renter key over here. So the guard could have a key and it wouldn't do anything except put these levers in the right spot. The renter, if they didn't have the guard key, when they tried to open it, these levers over here would not be in the correct position and they would block the lock from opening as well. But if you had the guard key in and then someone used their renter key, everything would be in the right position, both lever packs would be in the right spot, and then the lock would open up. So you needed both keys to make the lock function. So that's kind of cool. Kind of an elegant solution to making sure that you needed somebody from the bank there present for someone to open their safety deposit box lock, but also that the person from the bank couldn't open any boxes without the renter of the box being present as well. So one of the kind of interesting things picking this is that because this side is the one that controls whether this part moves or not, you tension this side even when you're picking this side. And then you can see this thing here, it's got a big long groove in it. So when I was using my tool, this kind of free spins. Take this lever out here so that you can see this a little better. So this free spins when it's in here. So you got to kind of manipulate it, because if it spins like this, you can see this is solid on this side. So my tool, if I had it in here and it was flipped to this side, I can't actually touch any of the levers. I have to move this around so it's like this so that I can touch the levers here. So But then once this side is picked, the other interesting thing is this other side. It's got kind of two pieces here. So it's got this long skinny one that has the part that controls pushing the fence in. And then this part goes on top of it. And you can see this is all solid metal in here. So you do not have a ton of room to maneuver a tool when it's in this. You kind of have to slide it past this nose part, and then you get a little bit more freedom of movement. But still, at that point, you're tensioning and picking in the same side. So it's a little more complicated to get the tool to the right position and get it where you wanted. So 5 levers on the guard side, 6 levers on the renter side. All the levers have these serrations or these false gates that will catch on this. In particular, there was one on this side which required you to push the lever way down, and I think it might have been this lever, in fact, right here. So you have to push this one way down, and if you picked it last, you had to push through all these different serrations there, and it was a total pain. So I actually preset the rear lever on this side to try to avoid that. It was a pain. But yeah, this one is kind of tricky. You can see there's some very helpful markings here. The first line on the inside, when that line's gone, I know I'm in a false set, and I've got the guard side picked. I borrowed this lock from Retap on the LPU Discord, and he had those markings there, and I left them there because they are super helpful. So, but yeah, we'll get it over into the vise, get it picked. Definitely an interesting lock. I'm not used to lever locks. This one was very tricky. I have a groove stuck in my finger from manipulating the tool in there. It was kind of tough, but yeah, definitely an interesting pick. Pretty fun. All right, let's get over to the next section and do the pick and gut. Okay, that's the guard side picked. So now I need to do the renter side. I don't have to tension, obviously, because the gate, once it's moved in, it stays there, so it's not sprung back. I know for a fact on this one, because I've picked it before, that the last lever on this side is a very high lift, and it likes to get stuck in a false gate. So I'm actually going to try to preset it. There, like that. It wants to bind last, but then it makes you drop everything else. So we're going to try to avoid that if we can. I think I'm stuck behind the first lever. There we go. Getting stuck behind these levers. Feels okay. Try something real quick here. trying to figure out which lever here is still stuck. Oh, nope, it was open. Okay, there we go. Woo! Okay. Great. Awesome. I got this thing picked. So I'm going to take the tape off now. And you're going to see that it is picked here. Because the fence will be in the levers on both sides. So there we go. Alright, I'm going to gut this. A piece of paper here so that we can see the levers a little clearer. So there you go. You can see that that is all picked. I should probably unpick it, open it, so that these levers aren't under pressure anymore. So here we go. Guess I can use the key here. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to try to keep these in order. So here's the guard side. There's going to be 5 of these levers on each side here. You can see they're numbered. They are numbered with the bitting. So, okay, now we're going to do the renter side. Alright, there you go. I'm going to zoom in on these. Let's see if I can fix the focus. Alright, I'm still going to grab one of these and show them up close. So, there you can see the levers. Adjust my focus here so you can see. So you can see all the false gates there at the ends. Those will catch on the fence. As it moves in. You can see them there. So here's the fences. So, sorry, mechanism wise, when you turn this, see it pushes the bolt in. These are your 2 fences right here, and they will stick right there against those false gates and bind pretty hard. These are square ended and these are triangular, so they don't, I guess when they're actually in the lock, like the geometry fits a little better, but this is not like, you know, some locks like a 30C where the gates and the fence are matched so that when they lock up super hard. So I'm just gonna leave the focus right there. So yeah, you can see there's no adjustments to the fences. They are all intact. Everything in here is all fine. And I'll just grab each of these and show them up close so you can see the gates. False gates on that one. That one. That one. And we'll go the other way on this side from the bottom to the top. False gates. There you go. Okay, so that is a S&G 4440, 4440 series safety deposit box lock. All picked and gutted.